What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Devin. Today I am back again with another legendary video. Yes, this is about to be a legendary video, guys, because as you know, I started this channel to educate and inspire everybody out there to be able to go out there and live the life of their dreams. And one of the things that you need in order to be able to live the life of your dreams is you need to have excellent credit. Because without credit, you cannot leverage debt. And if you can't leverage debt, it's very hard to do very well financially out here, because most rich people use debt to acquire assets to get rich, and in which return be able to live a great life and have money to do everything that they wish to do. So today, guys, we are going to talk about what is credit, how to build great credit, and then how to keep great credit. Because a lot of people I see, they know how to get to that 700 credit score mark or above, and then they turn around and mess up their credit by making simple little silly mistakes. So today we are going to talk about what is credit, how to build credit, and then how to keep good credit. So number one, what is credit? So credit basically is a score that lenders such as banks and mortgage companies, they look at it and basically are able to tell whether or not that person is likely to pay them back. So a credit score basically describes a person's willingness and ableness to pay back a lending institution, okay? So how do you build good credit, right? Well, you build good credit by paying your bills on time. But I know if you were in a situation like I was in college at the time, and I realized that I wanted to start buying property, right? So I go to the bank and I tell the lady, I was like, yes, I want to, buy my first home. I want to get a loan. And she was like, well, looks like you don't have any credit. And I said, okay, but I haven't had anything to pay on yet. And she was like, okay, well, I can't give you a mortgage if you do not have any credit. So what I did, and what anybody out there can do, this is how I have recommended several people to go out and build their credit, and this strategy works. So I personally went to PNC Bank, right? I bank with PNC, so I went into PNC and I took $300 with me. I took $300 in and I said, hi, I would like to apply for a secured credit card. Now what that card is it's basically a credit card, but it's backed by your money. So the reason I said $300 is because typically when you're dealing with credit, especially revolving credit such as credit cards, you want to make sure you keep your credit under 30%. So your utilization, which is basically how much you charge on that card every month, you want to keep it under 30%. So the reason I recommend you going and getting a credit card for $300 is because you can charge up to just under $100 every month, and then you can pay it off at the end of every month. I like that number because it's not too much money. You're not going to be going out and charging up your card way too much. And then it's affordable. You can pay off a credit card of $80 every month, or $50 every month, or $20 every month. The bank just wants to see that you can charge up a card and then make the payment at the end of the month. They want to see that you can manage debt, right? You do that every month. You get your secure credit card, you put $300 up, they give you your card, and then you start putting gas on it every month. So every month you got $50 on it, you pay it off at the end of every month. In 1 year, guys, sometimes in less than a year, but about 1 year, you will have a 700 credit score, guys. With the 700 credit score, you can go out and do what you need to do. I was able to purchase my first real estate investment property with a 700 credit score, guys, that I now own and is now making me money, guys. So, guys, it is so important to get your credit to where it needs to be. Because once you have good credit, you can really go out and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So I think it's smart to leverage your credit on properties. I don't really think car loans, motorcycle loans are smart. Do I have them? Yes. But I also have assets that are paying for my liabilities. If you don't know what those two things are, I have a video that I posted probably a couple months ago on my channel that explains it too. So I would check that out after this video if you're curious on what those two words are, assets and liabilities. But lastly, in this video, I want to talk about how to keep good credit. Because I meet so many people who at one point in time might have had a 700 credit score, but went out, made some credit mistakes, and messed up their credit some as to where they've fallen into the low 600s, possibly even 500s, some lower. So taught you how to go out. I taught you what credit was. Credit is basically just a score showing how likely you are to pay back your bills on time, right? You get good credit by just going out, getting a secured credit card. If you can qualify for a regular credit card, great. But I couldn't qualify because I had no credit. So I had to start with the secured credit card. Lastly, how do you keep good credit? So guys, this is probably the most important because building credit, quite frankly, is pretty easy. Yesterday, I got a call from my younger sister, and last, I believe, September, October, sometime around then, I took my sister to PNC. She brought her $300, and basically, we opened up her secured credit card. I got a call from her yesterday, and mind you, we did this in September, October. It is now May, and my sister had a 705 credit score when she checked yesterday. Y'all, I'm so proud of my sister because credit is really just as important as cash, because a lot of times you're not going to have the cash to go out and pay for a $20,000 car. But if you have good credit, the bank is going to loan you at a low interest rate, and you can still drive in that car that you've always wanted, or you can buy that property that you always wanted, or you can go out and get a motorcycle that you've always wanted, since my subscriber base loves motorcycles. So credit allows you to do certain things, but how do you keep good credit? So as I mentioned earlier in this video, typically when you have revolving credit, such as credit on credit cards, you are going to have a credit limit. So I personally have 3 credit cards right now. One credit card has a $7,500 limit. In order to keep my credit score up, I have to keep my credit utilization. Again, credit utilization is basically how much money I charge on that card every month, right? So I have to keep my credit utilization under 30% of $7,500. So basically that number is right around, I did the math when I first got the car. I don't even remember, but I don't spend anywhere near that because I don't want high credit card payments every month. Like, that's not my goal. So I spend, anywhere between maybe $100 to $500 a month on my credit card on regular bills that I have to pay. And then I use my money that I have to pay off my card at the end of every month. So I'm building my credit. I'm keeping good credit. I'm keeping my credit utilization under 30%, guys, 30%. Keep it under. I would keep it actually way lower than that. But I'm keeping it under 30%. And that enables me to keep solid, strong credit. A common mistake that I see is people will go out and they'll get a credit card offer. And the credit card will be for, let's say, $5,000, right? And then they'll say, boom, I just got this credit card and it has $5,000. I'm gonna go spend it. And they go charge up the $5,000. The problem is they see that they can make the minimum monthly payments and eventually pay off the card. But the problem is when a creditor sees that you've charged the full amount on that revolving line of credit in that form of credit card, they know that, there is a chance that you may default on that loan, on that line of credit that they gave you. They know that you are not managing your credit responsibly, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Devin, I'm making the minimum payments. Devin, I'm doing everything I need to do. That does not matter. Creditors want to see, in order to keep your credit score high, creditors want to see that you stay under that 30% bar, because then they know that, okay, they're managing their credit responsibly. They're not credit thirsty. They're not using all the credit we're giving them. They're using their credit responsibly, right? And that honestly will keep your score high, guys. So credit is so important. Guys, I would not be able to afford my Street Glide if I did not have good credit. I would not be driving a 2018 Honda Civic Si if I did not have solid credit. I would not own 2 rental real estate investment properties if I did not have excellent credit, guys. Take care of your credit, because your credit can make you money if you learn how to use it. Guys, I read a whole book called Why the Rich Get Richer by Robert Kiyosaki. And he basically talked about 2 things in the book, but the thing I want to talk about is debt. He basically explained that the difference between rich people and the difference between poor people is that rich people learn to utilize debt. Debt can be used as leverage, and leverage can make you money. For example, I have leverage on this property that I'm sitting in right now. The bank loaned me $70,000, right? I didn't have $70,000 cash to use on this property, but now this property makes me money every month because it is a real estate investment property, guys. The bank would never loan me money if I did not have an excellent credit score, guys. So today in this video, not only did you learn what credit is, not only did you learn how to go out and build great credit, but you also learn how to go out and keep it. Keep your revolving lines of credit under 30% and never, ever, ever make a late payment a day in your life. Y'all always pay your debts on time. Never make late payments. Always pay your bills on time. You won't have any issues, guys. Go out and get good credit, because with good credit, you can leverage it to make money. And then once you have money, you can go out and buy toys and have fun and do all the things that you want to do, go on vacations, whatever. But guys, it is so important, guys. This is probably one of the most important videos I've dropped on this channel. Go out, get good credit, keep good credit, keep that utilization under 30%. I know I keep repeating myself, y'all, but this is so like not common sense out there, guys. It's not. Keep that credit utilization under 30%. Always pay your bills on time. I know I sound like your dad, but I'm trying to be right now. Always pay your bills on time. And guys, you will be solid out here. You will be able to do what you want to do. You'll be able to buy property. You'll be able to make money. And you'll be able to live the good life, guys. So I want to thank you for tuning into this video. Follow me on Instagram at @TheRealDevinClark. And I will see you guys next video. Peace.